What's up, everyone? Welcome back. Today, I will be doing a little touch up or a little revisit about Aster. Now, those of you that know me, that have talked to me, you know that I am a big fan of the perp dex narrative. The narrative that's been forming a little bit, where we saw Hype performing really well. We saw Aster performing really well initially. And of course, SNX, which I did a few videos on a while back, a few weeks ago, and had a very good run before the crash. So had a very good run. I cashed out, it crashed, I bought back, and here I am actually thinking of a similar thing, price level for Aster. Now, in the video I did yesterday about Caspa, I said a little quote about Aster or Caspa not having changed. I still think Caspa has a very good technology, very good team, very good developments coming. So I think that's still a very solid project. But however, I think the much of the same can be said for Aster. Now, Aster is of course relatively new, and for a relatively new project, it performing so well and possibly having reached its bottom. I will get a little bit more into the technical side of that in a little bit. But with the marketing that's behind it, with basically CZ promoting it wherever he can, wherever he's allowed to do it, with a team of former Binance members still behind it, I still think it's a very solid project. And personally, I've just purchased a little bit more. I will show that on my BitUnix account as well. Now, if you do want to trade on BitUnix as well, because I like it, I think they handled the crash side really well. They refunded people that weren't able to trade and lost money during the downtime. And they're very secure. They have proof of reserves for every asset that they hold at 102% even. So I think no centralized exchange is 100% safe, but I think they're one of the safest. And it shows that they're legitimately about their traders, about their customers. So I personally am a fan of them. They also offer, if you are into leverage trading, they offer isolated margin, which if you do leverage trade, 100% you should use it. And if you don't know what it is, then you should especially use it, especially if you're into learning about leverage trading. Isolated margin basically means you only risk a certain amount of money on the trade at maximum, and at cross margin you risk your entire margin account, and you will end up blowing that account, especially if you don't know what it is. That's the simplified version of it. So if you do want to trade on BitUnix, like I personally do, there is a link in the description below, and I will show you my buys I did on BitUnix in a little bit. So yeah, before I get into that though, I am currently at around 480 subscribers. So massive thank you all. I'm 20 subscribers away from basically hitting my personal goal of becoming an actual YouTuber, which is something I never really thought I would do, but as time moves on, I'm beginning to like it more and more. And yeah, thank you all for that massively. And maybe if we hit 1,000 subscribers, I'll get up to a nice fun giveaway somehow. Not a clue yet, but I think that'll be a nice milestone to do something. I'm not sure what yet. All right, let's get into the rest of the video. All right, so here we are on CoinMarketCap for Aster. So at a $2.3 billion market cap, it's still, like I've said before, in my sweet spot. It's still that $2 billion market cap tends to be relatively stable, especially considering it's a relatively new project. I will keep mentioning that. But usually around $2 billion, projects tend to stay around that price. While still having quite easily the option of running up. So it's relatively easy to double this market cap and double our investment. And I still think that's very much possible, especially after having the pullback, where it basically already allows for a 2x within its current price movements. So I think that's very bullish, especially considering we had a big pullback. There's a lot of selling volume already out. A lot of the people that are in there now want to be in there. Obviously, there's unlocks and staking releases, etc., etc., etc. So that will continue to I suppose dampen the price level. But other than that, with its big marketing, I still think that's very valid right now. And honestly, buying on a big pullback like this, I think is a solid move. Now, if we grab my BitUnix account, as I said, you can buy crypto with zero fees, etc. You get some additional deposit bonuses, especially if you use our link. It is also linked through the crypto school, so you both help me, the crypto school, and yourself if you use that link. But you can see I basically bought on this candle, which was around that price level at the time. I'm not exactly sure what price level it was, but I bought on the way up. You can also see that I didn't sell any, by the way. But you saw me buy this dip, you saw me buy this dip, you saw me buy this little dip because it was relatively lower than that candle. So I bought the small little pullback we had here, and I just bought around this price level. So you can see that from its all-time high, it's dropped around 50%, a little over 50%. But that would also mean that within its current price movements, it has the room to grow 110%. Now, obviously, if that happens, I will take out a little bit of profit because I think that's a smart thing to do. I possibly should have done that around this time, but for a new token, for the following that it has, I personally still think that it's going to do much better over time. So I wasn't too stressed about it. I'm still not too stressed about it, but from the price that I bought, from the time it went up, it was still it was still a very big percentage, but for crypto it kind of felt small, but it was still a very big move up. So let's say that price was around here. It was still a 40% increase, but I don't know. We kind of get greedy and we kind of diminish the amount that crypto tends to move. So even I should have sold a little bit, but alas, we cannot always time the markets perfectly. So that candle happened, and what did I do? I just waited it out. Bought a little bit more on the dip, bought a little bit more on the dip, bought a little bit more on the dip, and today I did the exact same thing. Now, like I said, I think prices should be seen as rubber banding at times. I think it's been very stretched. I think it's relatively oversold. We can also see the volume of the candles dying down, so we're not seeing big sell-offs anymore. So what I think, considering that these today and yesterday we saw a bit of price recovery, we saw prices move back up again, I'm considering a big move up. I'm thinking it's going to happen. Even if it doesn't, I still have dry powder on the side. I can just buy a little bit more later. But as I said, I think this is a very good representation of just basically buying. Now, this is one of the multiple exchanges I use, but I think I like using this exchange because it's also easy to show exactly what I do. So basically what I did is just buy dips, and once we do start moving, I think we're going to see a very nice return. And as I said, I think there's plenty of room to move up here, because even at this price level, the market cap would still, let's say it doubles in price, the market cap would still only be almost $5 billion. Now, obviously, that seems like a lot of money, but that still wouldn't put it in the top 10. It wouldn't even put it in the top 15. I'm actually not 100% sure on that, but it still wouldn't put it in the top crypto. So I definitely think that price level is there. Now, the same can be said for SNX. I will do a separate video about that, but we also saw that similar move happen here. We saw prices coming down, big selling candles. We saw the candles compress, and we saw a price move upwards. And like I said, I 100% think Aster can do that similar move. I think it has that potential, the marketing, the development, the social media presence, and I mean, a 73% bullish community sentiment, which I think is very important especially with tokens like this. Now, is it gonna happen overnight? It doesn't have to be. Like, it can take longer, but I think CZ flexing his muscles on the big crash last Friday, or 2 weeks ago on Friday, I should say. It showed how much power Binance and its following, its owners, its team members, whatever you want to call it, its inner circle has so much power. And they flex their muscles. And there's a reason why BNB had the massive rise it did, while it achieved its all-time highs while the whole market was crashing. And I think that's a very, very strong signal. And even today on my Twitter channel, we saw ZZ push Aster again with a listing on Kraken. So, I mean, that to me screams that this coin is going to be pushed, and it's going to keep being pushed, because CZ wouldn't tie his name to a project, to a coin that would rug pull and be gone in a year. I don't see that happening. Obviously, I could be wrong, but I am buying this token because I think it is going to go up. I think it is going to go up from here. Yeah, if you think I'm wrong on this, if you have a completely different take, I will 100% admit that there is risk involved in this. There is obviously big whales. There's bigger traders than me, bigger traders than us, basically, in this. But yeah, I've bought it on multiple exchanges now. I'm gonna keep holding it, gonna keep buying it. I think it's one of. I had a question yesterday during a live stream where it was asked, like, where do you find these projects that can go parabolic? Where do you find these 10x projects? There's no easy answer to that, but my personal answer is to buy the fundamentals. Buy a project which has good fundamentals, a good product, good service, people want to use it, good team developing it, good promoters behind it, good activity behind it. And I think this token ticks all those boxes. And it's not just a meme coin either. It has an actual use case. It produces profit, because it generates both fees, but it also generates they intend to do, I should say intend, they've not done it yet. They intend to do buybacks. They intend to do strategic burns of that token with a limited supply. That immediately means that our holdings will eventually go up in value. And like I said, I think with CZ promoting stuff like this, it is going to go up. I think it's a given, and it will take time, like I said, but we have time. Just don't panic, stay calm, buy some dips, and cash out. That's exactly my plan, and that's exactly what I'm going to be doing. All right, like I said, I'm going to close out on that. If you think I'm wrong, if you have a different comment, if you like this video, please feel free to leave a comment in the comment section. And yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, because I am almost on 500 subscribers, like I said. Personal milestone if I do hit it. And yeah, thank you all a bunch for that. Really appreciate it. And I'll see you on the next one, guys. Thank you.